All right, so guess what? I'm MJ. All my papers are crumpled now because I was dropping things, but I'm with Dolphin Computer Access. And today I'm going to show you what's in, or half of what's in and out of my backpack that students can take with them to get through a day. All the activities they might need to use assistive technology for can fit in a single backpack. So the first thing we would take out of our backpack is this Surface Pro. And we do offer a bundle. It's called Connect and Learn. So this Surface Pro can carry Supernova magnification, Supernova mag and speech, or Supernova screen reader. Our typical student user would probably be mag or mag speech, not screen reader, because this is a touchscreen device. Okay? So that's the first thing I would take out of my bag, and I'll turn that on. Second thing is this stand that comes in my backpack. And it's just a simple Belkin stand, but students use it as a guide for some of their worksheets. So the tablet fits really nicely on top, has a lip here to hold the tablet up. And then if a student needs to take pictures of a worksheet, they can kind of align it underneath. So I'm gonna sign into my computer here. All right, signing in. So I'm gonna share just this way with you. You're gonna be able to see fine. Gonna launch Supernova. Again, that comes in 3 configurations. There's 3 editions of Supernova. We're gonna do mag and screen reader today because it has everything. So again, in a school situation, I see typically 2 kinds of deployments. Either schools are pushing out, like an enterprise edition to multiple remote desktops, or students are just carrying everything they need specifically with them in a day.
This makes text in your documents, comma, Dolphin update. Dolphin update.
No, we're not going to update during this short session. Why don't you know that? Okay, so I'm going to turn speech off real quick. So I'm not competing here. All right, so let me just put this on the stand, and I'll turn it this way. Okay, maybe it'll fall off, maybe it won't, seeing as I've got this keyboard here. So typically, I would also have in my backpack a large key, a compact, high contrast, large key keyboard. So there's high contrast, large lettered stickers on each of the keys. And I can also carry this for magnification. This is not in the backpack, but I like to add it to the backpack. And that's a $100 Amazon elbow camera. So this one's called an IPVO, but you can get Belkin, whatever. Now, the beauty of this is when I plug this in, I make Supernova like a high-def magnifier. So I can magnify my worksheets, and if I need to, I can convert those to digital text. So I'm just gonna plug that in. Awesome. Everything's going great so far, right? Let me, how's that?
It's technology.
Is everybody good with that? Sorry, it's best I can do, but I'm gonna magnify, so don't worry. Oops. I'm gonna come back around. Just.
See if the HDMI cable's on.
I think that was the interference. Yeah. So what I did, and I'm just gonna try and use my teacher skills right now and read upside down, like so many of you are proficient. I'm a little out of practice. So what I was doing was I was pushing this zoom button. So the first thing you're gonna notice about Supernova is that it has true touchscreen magnification. No other mag software has this actual, native touchscreen feature. So that's the first thing. And if I had a document behind there, uniquely, if you watch these icons, this is how you can tell it's true magnification. Your icons are getting bigger, your desktop is getting bigger. A lot of people are like, oh, I have a touch screen, my students can magnify. When your students are magnifying times 64, it gets pixely, they can't read the text, right? So this is what true magnification does. And like I said, we're the only ones doing that, so that's kind of a cool feature. Another thing you should know about Supernova is we require very little computer resources. So a lot of times with, with screen reading and Magnify and Mag Speech, you're gonna require like a gaming speed level computer. Not the case with Supernova. This is a Surface Pro. A lot of our students, like I said in the bundle, use the Surface Pro and part of their Connect and Learn bundle. And so really great option if you can't afford that higher end technology. Okay, so let's turn on our camera. Oh. What does it say?
Error code 3, cannot connect to specific machine.
Okay. Okay, I can't read upside down anymore, guys. Line view, whole window, okay. Okay, I don't know why we're not connecting here. All right, let's pretend we connected and we're looking at this document. Not sure what's happening. Everything went awry when I connected to the projection. Visual. No. Well, okay, so we'll move on. You'll have to take my word for it, or if you don't, you'll have to come to my booth 606 and I'll show you how it works when it's actually working for you. So along the same lines as magnifying in high def, there is another feature called Connect and View, which is partly the camera situation, but the other part is if you're working in an environment that has an interactive whiteboard, so, whether that's school or business. I know some of you are education-centric, some of you are business. If you're on the same network, we have a little utility that allows students and teacher that connection to be made between the interactive whiteboard and the student's computer so that they can customize the view on their computer, take pictures, like if we're doing notes and they can't go quite as fast, they can use their camera feature to take stills. And then, like I said, later they can convert it using our OCR and actually have digital files from those online notes. How am I doing? Good. Okay. So I'll have my keyboard, I have my camera. Now I'm just gonna blow this up a little bit again. I'm gonna open a website. This is what happens when you have to do it in real time, 20 minutes. I know. You all know this, right? Oh, we're going to do Ryan Reynolds because I just like him. For all you gentlemen, I would just like you to know that he is a soccer team owner, so you also can like him. Do you know he owns Wrexham? It's probably the crappiest soccer team in the UK, but you know what? I'm a fan. I am a fan now. Right. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I had, again, I was just using kind of the magnification feature here, but now we're going to transition to speech. So if I need to use a little bit of speech, I have 4 tabs at the top of Supernova. The first one is visual, second is speech, braille, and media, okay? So now I'm just on a page and I'm gonna hit my tab at the top, and that's when all of my speech facilities become available, and this control panel goes away. The second I touch my page, that's hiding, and it's always just one control spacebar away if I need to change something. But have you used other screen readers? So you're pretty familiar with how I don't really need to demonstrate that. Very similar navigation. Some nuances, we have what's called read from here, where you can click and start reading. But in particular, I want to take you to our media tab. So first, we'll read something here. Oh, of course. Of course, now we have no sound. Okay. Okay, I've lost all the speech too. This has been a perfect experience for us. All right, so I can pretend to read that. Moving on to the next feature I'm not going to show you today, okay? So we're going to go to control panel, and I'm going to go to media. I think this is the other most important area of Supernova Connect and Learn. So we include is anybody familiar with our Easy Reader application? It's a free, okay. Well, Dolphin is probably most famous for Easy Reader. It's a free app. It comes on all the platforms, Android, Windows, iOS, Amazon Fire, and it's now available on Mac. So the thing about Easy Reader is it connects to Bookshare automatically. Within Supernova, students get an automatic subscription to Easy Reader Premium, which gives them, so first of all, it's a connection to an accessible book library. So they can go in here, they can go into Bookshare, use this. Welcome. Okay, next. Great. Next. Okay, so we have over here our Bookshare. Once we put in our credentials for Bookshare, we're automatically connected to the library, and students can roll through that library selecting books just like they would on the Bookshare site. They can read those books or they can download audiobooks from Bookshare, but either way, it's always one click from their toolbar into Bookshare. So they don't have to exit out, go to the Bookshare website, do all those things. And they have access to actually extra features, which are access to Google Classroom and Microsoft Education, what we do is we almost make it like a library. So any documents that teachers are depositing into Google Classroom or Microsoft Education can be accessed as almost a library book. Each document is its own thing, and students can read and interact with those. And because they're using Supernova, they can also write in coordination with those books, which is something you can't do with Easy Reader because it's really just a reader, right? But Supernova is more than that. I give up. Yeah, it's down, you know, yeah, that's updating now too. Now, just to be clear, we checked this 30 minutes ago in the booth. But you know, I know this has been great and you're fully informed now and you've seen everything you want to see. But if you would like to come to the booth, we're in booth 606. We can dive a little deeper. I'll show you Supernova actually, you know, talking. I can show you Easy Reader up close. What do you think? Any questions? Yeah.
The voices?
Yes.
Voice options? Are they natural voices? What does it sound like?
Yeah. We install our own natural sounding voices. We don't just use the one from, you know, that's hard coded to the machine. We also have a path inside. A lot of times students have a preference for a certain voice or there's a language. We support 35 languages, but there might be a language that you have in your school that's, you know, a lesser used language that we don't have. So they might like that accent, even though it's speaking English, their parents speak that way or whatever. You can, there's a path for buying extra voices. And like, honestly, those voices are like $5 or whatever. So, you know, most of the time you'll find a voice that you like using the ones that we install, but yes, there's a path for getting more voices. And honestly, you can go on the internet and buy coordinating voices as long as they're the right format, sappy voices, yeah.
And then one more question. What's in the bundle? I couldn't get on the
Sure.
tab.
Are you having a hard time getting on the network? Okay, thank you.
Now it might actually be working.
See, I have to be on the network here to connect to Bookshare, and I'm still spinning, so it was working fine in our booth, I promise. But so you get a backpack, you get a Microsoft Surface Pro, you get the software of your choice, Mag Speech, Mag Screen Reader, okay? You get keyboard, large print, high contrast, mouse, yeah, and that's it. Yeah, so all those things. And it's around, yeah, it's around, depending on the software version you get, you're gonna have to check, but I think it's around 3,000. Stop by the booth. Actually, Irie, they're in 608. They sell the bundles here for us in the US. They direct sell those. Irie, A-T-I-R-I-E, A-T, and they're right next door to us, so they can give you a quote on the spot. But really, you know, all those separate technologies, an HD camera, you get the computer, the whole spiel. It really is a cost-effective bundle. Thanks for your time. Sorry for the technology fail.